Hi everyone, my name is Sister Maria Immaculata, and I am one of the sisters of Our Lady Immaculate, and I'm so excited to share with you about how Jesus called me, how he called me to be his bride, how he called me to live a life of poverty, chastity, and obedience out of love for him, for his glory, and for the salvation of souls. I grew up in a very beautiful Catholic home. My parents taught me how to pray. They taught me how to pray the rosary, most especially. Every day we tried to pray the rosary as a family, and that had a huge impact on my life. And I remember as well my parents taking me to Mass every Sunday, and that was very important in our home as well. And I didn't start thinking about religious life till I was about 13 or 14 years old. My principal at my elementary school, he called me in his office one day and he asked me, "Have you ever thought about being a sister?" And I said, "No." And he said, "You should think about it." And so it was from that time on that I really started to grow in my relationship with the Lord. I started to pray more. I started to read the Bible more. And interiorly, as time went on, I just knew that God was calling me to be his entirely. And that love for him was growing and growing and growing. I wanted so much to give my life to him. And so I went through high school as a typical teenager. I loved pizza. I loved hanging out with friends. I loved hanging out with family. All of these things, I was a typical teenager. I loved working at the library. That was really my dream job. I loved it there. I met the sisters in my hometown at the college, Our Lady's Seat of Wisdom College. And I got up my courage to go and talk to them because my parish priest, he said, "Go talk to them." So I got up my courage, I spoke with them, and they invited me to come on a come and see retreat. And it was on that retreat that I was able to really immerse myself into the community. So I was able to learn the spiritual life of the sisters. I was able to learn more about the apostolate. I was able to learn more about community life and what that means. And I really fell in love with the community's spirituality. I love that we have a devotion to Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament. I love that we have a devotion to our Blessed Mother Mary. I love that we had Mass every day, adoration every day. I love that the community was faithful to the church. I love all of these wonderful things. And so I really fell in love with the community, and I knew in that come and see retreat that God was calling me to be a sister in this community. So I still felt like I needed some formation, so I decided to attend Our Lady's Seat of Wisdom College for 1 year, and that was so beneficial for me. I was able to meet people who were also on fire for their faith. I was able to get some really good Catholic education there, so that was such a benefit for me as I was discerning my vocation. Also, I decided to go to Madonna House in Combermere, Ontario for about 2 months. And that was a really good experience for me of community life, to learn what it means to be in community. And it was there that I found my spiritual director, and I told him about this community, and I told him how I was feeling, that I really felt drawn to be a sister of Our Lady Immaculate. And he said to me, "If you know, what's holding you back?" And it was from there that I decided to enter the community. So I entered on the Feast of St. Joseph in 2011, and I made my final vows August the 15th, 2019, and I am so happy. I'm so happy that God called me to be a sister of Our Lady Immaculate. It's such a joy, and I'm so grateful to God that he gave me the grace to say yes. Thank you.